Hello, wine enthusiasts. Welcome to the Daily Taste for Thursday, May 19th, 2022. I saw an interesting article the other day that talked about the increased popularity of boxed wine. So I decided to do this segment on boxed wine. I was surprised when the article said boxed wine is increasing in popularity, especially among the environmentally conscious and the young consumer. Experts say that there's been a tremendous growth in boxed wine. I honestly could not believe it. If you've read the section on the show website called About the Host, you know that my first experience with wine was a boxed wine. But since falling in love with wine, I haven't considered buying any more wine from a box. The article is very critical of what they refer to as the traditional wine enthusiasts, saying that they're used to the heavy glass bottle and the cork or screw cap closure, and think of boxed wine as something that holds cheap, low quality wine. Apparently, this is no longer the case. I have to admit, I'm fascinated. According to sommelierbusiness.com, boxed wine was originally preferred by producers of less expensive wines because the box is cheaper to produce compared to the glass bottle. According to the site, everything changed in 2003 when Black Box Wines introduced premium wines in a box, which was then followed by many other premium wine brands. The article goes on to say that boxed wine is becoming more of a norm and is only looked down upon by the average wine consumer, who believes the old stereotype that boxed wine is for cheap, low-quality wine. The article makes its case for wine in a box by listing the following pros and cons of drinking boxed wine. Number 1, more bang for your buck. A box of wine holds at least twice the amount of wine held in a standard 750 milliliter glass bottle, with the most popular size box being 3 liters. Number 2, it's a plus for the environment. A box takes less energy to produce than a bottle. It's also recycled easier and produced and shipped for a cheaper price than bottled wine, making this much easier on the environment. Number 3, boxed wine lasts longer than wine held in a glass bottle after opening. The average is 4 to 6 weeks because there's no way for oxygen to get through the tap and into the plastic bag that holds the wine, preventing the immediate oxidizing of the wine that happens when a glass bottle is opened. Number 4, boxed wine is easier to transport because it doesn't slide around like a bottle, and you have zero risk of breaking any glass. Of course, they're great about listing 3 negatives regarding boxed wine. Number 1, there's no aging potential. Boxed wine is meant for quick, easy consumption. If you're a consumer who loves aged wines, then boxed wine is not for you. Number 2, lack of selection. Since a lot of wineries are not on board with the wine in a box theory, it limits your choices. Number 3, they're not wine cooler compatible and have to be placed in a refrigerator. I was really fascinated by this article and some of the things they said. I don't consider myself a wine snob at all, and I love trying new things. So I'm going to go out and get myself some boxed wine and see what all the fuss is about. If you drink boxed wine, please email the show at obsessedwithwine@yahoo.com or go to the beautiful new website at www.obsessedwithwine.net and tell me about your boxed wine stories. I would love to share them with the other listeners on a future show. Thank you very much. I'll see you tomorrow for another Daily Taste. Cheers!